body focus Vinyasa flow. Let's start our grounding in a cross-legged seated position. With your cross-legged position, I'd encourage you to have one foot in front of the other, one shin in front of the other, or you can have the feet underneath the knees with the legs crossed like so, feet directly underneath knees. This is Sukhasana, whereas this is a more sort of kind of free version. Another thing that you can do is half lotus, bringing the right foot into the left hip joint as high as it will go. If your hips aren't open enough for half lotus yet, don't worry about it. Take Sukhasana or this kind of more free position here. Bring the hands onto the knees and close down the eyes, and we'll start with just a very short meditation. Start with a full body scan, starting at the crown of your head, working down through your limbs all the way to the tips of your toes. Notice any areas of tension, and without moving or changing anything, just mentally try to release these. Starting to pay attention to your breath now. Your natural breath, not trying to change it just yet. Notice how it is today. Perhaps it's high after your exercise. Perhaps it needs a little bit of calming down. And don't try and change it just yet, just notice how it is. Starting to take deeper breaths now, breathing in through the nose for 4. And out through the nose for 4. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Carrying on these elongated breaths. I invite you to engage your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath we use a lot in Vinyasa flow yoga, and lots of different styles of yoga as well. And it sounds like a distant ocean. We constrict the back of the throat to make the sound of an ocean. This breath is our victorious breath. It stokes our inner fire and helps us return to it when our mind starts to wander in our practice. Use your Ujjayi breath to bring you back into the present moment. On your next inhalation, bring your hands to your heart center. Bow your chin slightly down towards your hands. I invite you to set an intention for your practice. Holding that intention in your heart as we begin the moving part of our practice. On an inhalation, blink your eyes open and exhale where you are. Inhaling, lifting the hands up towards the ceiling, look up to the thumbs, and exhale, take your left hand down onto the mat, walk your fingers out and come into a side stretch. Inhaling, look up to the raised hand, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, last one, inhaling and exhaling. On an inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, take the right hand down to the mat, open through the side body, inhaling, exhaling, keeping the glutes connected to the mat, inhaling, the chest is open, exhaling, Inhale here. And exhale. On an inhalation, come back up to center. And exhale, you're taking the right hand now onto the left knee, the left hand behind. We're opening the chest here on an inhale, making space, making ourselves long. And exhale, twisting, looking behind us. Easy twist here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. On an inhalation, look forwards. And exhale, switch the hands. Take the left hand onto the right knee, the right hand behind us. Inhale, make that spine long. And exhale, then you twist. Twisting from the lower, middle and upper back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale. On an inhalation, come back to center. And exhale, we're going to come on to roll over the knees, or however you like to, come to tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly towards the floor, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, round through the spine, push the floor away. Inhale, dropping the belly for cow. And exhaling, rounding for cat. We're going to take some wrist stretches here. If wrist stretches feel harsh on your wrist, then don't do them. I'll give you some options for the wrist stretches, but if they're no good, then if you know a stretch that's good for you, do this, do it now. If not, keep going with cat-cow, maybe take a balasana, maybe do some little flows with the back. So, so we're starting with just taking the hands onto the back of the palms, so the palms are facing up, coming like so, and then just moving the hands so they're facing the body, then turning the palms up so they're facing the body, then the hands come back to normal. Come to the backs of the hands, hands face towards each other, palms of the hands, fingers towards the body, backs of the hands, fingers towards the body, palms of the hands, and just keep moving like this. If it doesn't feel good, then don't do it, but keep moving, getting that little wrist stretch in, getting some movement into the wrists. Always good to start with some wrist stretches if you're doing any upper body work, any weight bearing on the upper body. Nice, let's take a different one. So thumbs up, fists on the floor, and we're just going to let those hands open, then come back to the fists. Open the hands, back to the fist. Backs of the hands touch the floor, to the fists. Hands touch, fists, one more, hands touch, fists. Now make fists no more thumbs up, and just roll the fists backwards and forwards on the floor. Backwards and forwards, just rolling over the knuckles. Nice. Do this on the mat, it feels a little bit less harsh. I'm just turning so you can see what I'm doing. Just taking that nice stretch here. Final stretch. Going to send one hand out, palm facing in front of you. Take the other hand and just stretch like so. Flip it around, the palm faces in towards us. And then the other hand. Open the palm out first. Take a hold of the thumb if you can, and then switch the other way. Lovely stuff, shake it out. Another nice one you can do is just these open little wrist rolls. Find what feels nice. If that feels nice, then do. If it doesn't, then don't. And you can counter pose like so, bringing the backs of the hands together, holding the hands together. Find what works for you with the wrist stretches. Nice. Let us come into downward facing dog for a moment. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On an inhalation, we're going to come to plank. And here we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So all we're going to do is drop the chest down, then push the floor away. So the shoulders come together, and then the shoulders come apart. We can do this on the knees if we want to, or in full plank. From here, let's do 10. Inhale, drop the chest down. Exhale, push the floor away. Inhale, dropping the chest. Exhale, floor away. 3, 4, 5, 6, really drawing those shoulder blades together. 7, 8, and pushing them away at the top. 9, 10, really nice. Coming back up to downward facing dog. Take a breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, rolling into plank and holding plank here for 5 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Last one, inhale and exhale. Step your feet forwards here and come down onto your seat. Find your Navasana. So we're going to come to full Navasana, half Navasana. So you can hold the back of the legs, you can have the hands out in front. We're holding for 5 breaths, 3 rounds, 5 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, opening the chest, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Last one, inhale and exhale. Cross the right foot over the left, take the hands down to the floor. Inhale, pick your bum up off the floor, and exhale, place it back down. Inhale, come back to Navasana. Inhaling, exhaling. 1, inhaling, shoulders down. Exhaling. 2, inhaling, exhaling. 3, inhaling, exhaling. 4, inhaling, exhaling. 5. Take an inhale and exhale. Cross the right foot over the left. Bring the feet to the floor. Bring the hands by the knee, by the hips, and lift the seat for a moment. Place it back down. Lift the feet up again. Navasana, final round. Inhaling, bringing the knees towards the chest. Exhaling, open the chest. Inhaling, exhaling. 2, point the toes. Focus. Inhaling, exhaling. 3, nearly there. Inhaling, feel the core switch on. Exhaling. 4, draw the stomach in. Inhaling and exhaling. 5, inhale where you are. Exhale, cross the right leg over the left. You can place the feet down, or you can see if you can lift yourself up. Place the bum down, cross over the legs. Step back into plank, and we're going to come all the way to the floor through a chaturanga position. Inhale, lifting up for Bhujangasana, Cobra, and exhale to downward facing dog. Really nice. Take an inhale in downward facing dog, and exhale, rolling into plank. From here, we're going to bring the left hand under the face, and we're going to start to come onto the outer edges of the feet. Lift the right arm up into the sky. Vashisthasana, side plank. If this is too much, bring the bottom leg down to the floor. Inhaling, exhaling. You can look up to the lifted hand. Inhaling, exhaling. For the full pose, both legs together. Inhaling, exhaling. 3, inhaling, exhaling. 4, last breath here. Inhale and exhale. 5, inhale where you are. Exhale, take the hand down to the ground, come back to normal plank, and exhale, come through chaturanga. Untuck those toes, lifting up for Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog with the knees lifted, and exhale to downward facing dog. Take a breath, inhale and exhale. On an inhale, roll forwards back into plank. We're placing the right hand now in front of the face, rolling onto the outer edges of the feet, picking that left hand up and holding holding here, Vashisthasana, inhaling, side plank, exhaling, that bottom knee can drop, inhaling, exhaling 2, inhaling, exhaling 3, building strength in the arms here, inhaling, exhaling 4, inhaling, draw the stomach in, core strength, exhaling 5, inhale where you are, and exhale, take the hands back down to the mat, back into conventional plank for a moment, inhale here, exhale through Chaturanga, untuck the toes, lift up into Urdhva Mukha, and exhale, Ardha Mukha Savasana, take a breath, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling now, walking the hands towards the feet, and we're gently going to take the hands, the wrists, underneath the feet. So we're bringing the hands right underneath so that the toes are massaging the wrists here. We're going to inhale, look forwards, and exhale, start to send those elbows away. Try to bring your chest in between your thighs. Straighten the legs here. So when we're learning these forward folds, we have those knees bent. When we're more advanced, we start to straighten them. Don't worry too much if your chest is not massively connected into your thighs. As long as you're not rounding loads here, you're okay. If you're rounding loads, then bend the knees. Inhaling. Exhaling. Oh, my shirt's in the way. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Bring the weight forwards. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, bringing the hands onto the waist. Inhale, tuck the chin and stand all the way up. Chaturanga push-ups. Inhale where you are. Exhale, rolling down through the spine. Inhale, walk the hands out. Exhale, come down into a chaturanga. Inhale, push up. Exhale, walk the feet, the hands to the feet. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, come all the way down. Walk the hands out. Inhaling, coming down. Exhaling, pushing up. Inhaling, walking the hands to the feet. Exhale. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Inhale, walking the hands out. Exhale, we're coming down into Chaturanga. Inhale, pushing up. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, stand all the way back up. 2 more. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, walking the hands out. Exhale, come down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, standing up. Last one. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, walking the hands out. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, pushing up. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. And inhale, stand all the way back up. Nice. Really good. So, we're going to come down once more. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, walking out into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes, lifting up for Urdhva Mukha. Lift the knees. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Savasana. Lovely. We're going to go for a very short sequence, an Utkatasana sequence. Inhale, looking in between the hands. Exhale, step, maybe walk, maybe jump to the hands. Inhale, come all the way up into Utkatasana. Hold here for 5. Inhaling, tuck the bum under. Exhaling, 1. Inhaling, draw the core in. Exhaling, 2. Look up to the hands. Inhaling, come into a little back bend if you can. Exhaling, 3. Inhaling. Exhaling, 4. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Interlace the fingers. Send the palms up to the ceiling. Bring your chest onto your thighs and sit down low. Ardha Utkatasana. Inhaling. Exhaling, 1. Inhaling. Exhaling, 2. Keep lifting the hands.
Inhaling. Exhaling 3, draw the stomach in. Inhaling. Exhaling 4, last one. Inhaling. And exhaling 5. Inhale where you are. Exhale, bring the hands down. Heel toe the feet out, and we're going to sit down into Malasana. Malasana yogi squat. So here you want your feet probably just off the mat. So they're kind of facing out a little bit. The more advanced you get with Malasana, or the more that your anatomy likes Malasana, you can start walking your feet in a little bit, but you want the chest to be lifted. If Malasana is really hard for you, use something underneath the heels. If you're up here, place a blanket or something underneath the heels. Keep opening the chest here, inhaling. Exhaling 1, just taking a moment here for a stretch. Inhaling. Exhaling 2. Inhaling. Exhaling 3. Inhaling. And exhaling 4. Last one. Inhale. We've taken loads of breaths here, but that's okay. Exhaling 5. We're going to try steps of Bakasana, so steps of crow. So inhaling, bring your hands down to the floor. Spread the fingers wide, wide, wide. Lift the knees up high. Walk those feet in a little bit. So now the feet are more hip width distance here. Find your drishti point, looking forwards and down. So not down to the floor here, but forwards and down. We're then going to bend the arms a little bit and bring those knees on the sort of outside or inside of the armpits, depending on what you find easier here. Inside of the armpits, more traditional and traditionally harder as well. So from here, we're going to rock backwards and forwards to start, finding our balance, finding that place where we start to feel a little weightless. You could just stay here. This is hard enough. In fact, sometimes can feel harder. If you want to, you can pick up one leg, hold it. Keep breathing. Exhale, that leg comes down. Pick up the other leg, keep breathing. Look forwards. Exhale, the leg comes down. Inhale, lifting both legs if you can, holding. Use Ujjayi. See if you can straighten your arms a little bit. And exhale to come down. Well done. Really nice. Take a little Malasana for a bit. From one to the other. Rocking, rocking, rocking. Let it go. And then we'll step back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, come all the way down to Chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up for Urdhva Mukha Savasana. And exhale, Ardha Mukha Savasana. Inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, walk like so. Or jump to seated, crossing the legs in the air. We're going to take Gomukhasana. So, Gomukhasana set up. Bring your feet out in front of you and then cross your right leg over the top of the left. So the right foot comes on the outside of the left leg. Bring that right foot closer into your left hip. From here, you can stay here if this is enough. If you're tight in the hips, which I think you are, well, I don't know, but I think you are, you can stay here in half Gomukhasana. But if you have got the space and it doesn't feel really uncomfortable, lean a little bit to the left, bring that left leg in and tuck that into the right hip. So we want the knees to be fairly in line. Eventually the knees will be together. If it's really uncomfortable, you've got a big gap here, you might want to put up a blanket, a cushion, shove it underneath there, give you a bit of support. You can also sit a little bit higher onto a blanket here. If you're sitting on something, it might help you a little bit get more into the hips. So from here, we're going to bring our hands out and we're going to take our left hand behind our head. We're going to place it in between the shoulder blades. From here, we're going to take the right hand behind and either see if we can take a hold of the hands, clasp them together behind the back Now, if you can't take a hold of the hands, just take a hold of the t-shirt. Hold on to your t-shirt here. That's all you need to do. Get them as far as they can go. Holding here, inhaling. I'll show you from behind if you want to see. Exhaling. Inhaling, clasping the hands. Exhaling 2, or just holding the t-shirt. Inhaling. Exhaling 3, Gomukhasana, cow face. Inhaling. Exhaling 4. Inhaling. And exhaling 5. Inhaling, the arms come back out to a T. And exhale now, we're going to take once again the right arm comes on top of the left, cross up high. And exhale, we're going to bring the backs of the hands together or the palms to touch, coming into eagle arms, but keeping the legs where they are. Lifting the hands up towards the ceiling. Bring the elbows to sort of eye height if you can. Notice where you feel the stretch strongest. Inhale, you can just bring the backs of the hands together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If it's too much with the legs, just come to cross-legged. Inhale. Exhale 3, last 2. Inhale. And exhale 5. I can't remember. Inhaling, letting the hands come out to a T. And exhale, release the legs now. Inhale, lift yourself into a Navasana here. So this can be half boat or it can be full boat with the legs extended. Exhale, cross the right leg over the left. Roll over, bring the hands to the floor, step back to plank. Inhale where you are. Exhale, come down to Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Ardha Mukha. Now you could step like so, or you could jump, crossing the legs in the air and sitting down. We're going to go for Gomukhasana on the other side, bringing the left knee into the chest, crossing it over the right. Then bringing that left leg, left foot as close to the right hip as possible. Stay here. Option 1, just one leg crossed. Option 2, bring the other leg in, nice and close. Option 3, of course, cross-legged, if it's too much in this position. Now, from here, we're going to take our hands to a T. We're going to bring the left hand behind. No, the right hand behind and the left hand. The right hand comes in between the shoulder blades. The left hand clasps the right. If you can't clasp, take a hold of the t-shirt. Inhale, Gomukhasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Last one. Inhale. And exhale 5. Keep the chest lifted in Gomukhasana. Inhale, release the hands. And exhale, we're crossing the left arm on top of the right. Bringing, or the other way, whichever way you didn't do. Let me see, I think maybe I take the right arm on top of the left. Whichever way you didn't do before, do the other one. Bring the backs of the hands to touch, or the palms of the hands, and lift up. I think it was the left hand. Bring the left hand on top. Lift up high here. Eagle arms in Gomukhasana, Garudasana arms. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling 2. Option to come out of the legs if it's too much. Inhaling. Exhaling 3. Inhaling, keep lifting the chest. Nice posture. Exhaling 4. Inhaling. And exhaling 5. Inhaling, releasing the arms, and exhaling, releasing the legs. We're going to come through another vinyasa. So on an inhale, come to this Navasana pose, legs straight or half. Cross the right leg over the left and step back to plank. Inhaling, plank. Exhale to come to Chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up for Urdhva Mukha, knees lifted, look up. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Savasana. Inhale, looking between the hands, and exhale, step or jump to the floor. We're going to roll over the knees, come into a tabletop for a moment. Just get a nice shoulder stretch. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us and let the chest drop towards the floor. You can stay up high like so. You could bring the forehead to the ground, or you could bring the chin all the way to the ground. Find what works for you. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Keep the hips in line with the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Don't let yourself sit back or too forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Puppy pose, Anahatasana. Inhale. Exhale. You should feel this into the armpits. Inhale. It's a back bend as well. Exhale. Inhale. Draw the stomach in. Exhale. Last breath. Inhaling and exhaling. On an inhale, look forwards if you're not already. And exhale, walk the hands back in towards the body. From here, we're going to just roll over the legs and come down to lie on our backs, coming for a couple of inversions. So we'll take our hands out in front of us, tuck our chin and roll down with control using the core. From here, we're going to lift the feet up into the air. I'm just going to shuffle forwards. Lift the feet up into the air and see if we can take them up and overhead. Now, Halasana. If your feet are lifted, bring your hands to the back of the back, like so. So the hands just support the back here. You could also use a sofa and put your feet on them. If your feet come all the way to the floor, bring the toenails to touch the floor. So have the toes pointed and try not to collapse into the floor. Keep lifting up through the shoulders here. Your hands can be interlaced behind the back, the fists draw into the floor. You come up higher onto the shoulders. Keep using the core, keep pulling out of the waist. Don't collapse here, don't collapse into the floor. Take another 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. The legs can be straight or slightly bent here if you need them to be. Inhale. Exhale, but for alignment we want them nice and straight. Inhale. And exhale. We're aiming to get the hips over the top of the shoulders. On an inhalation, bring your hands to support your back if they're not there already. And see if you can lift straight up into shoulder stand, keeping the legs together. You could do one leg at a time, but I like to use both legs at once. Just gives you a bit more control. Holding shoulder stand for a few breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Again, try not to collapse here. Inhaling, look to the toes. Exhaling. Inhaling, notice how your breath is here. Exhaling, feeling the weight in the shoulders, not in the neck. Inhaling. Exhaling, trying to get a nice straight line here. Using the glutes, everything is engaged, the core is engaged. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale where you are and exhale. We'll just take one more breath here. Nice, take a nice long shoulder stand here if we can. Inhale here and exhale the knees. Let yourself come back into Halasana. So let the feet come down together back into that Halasana position. Again, supporting the back if you need. Bring the hands down. Maybe hold the sides of the mat here if you need to. Use the hands as brakes and start to roll down through the back. Coming to lie on the ground. Stay where you are, lying on the ground. Bring the knees into the chest and just give yourself a little rock from side to side. Letting that go. Letting the energy rush to the body. Sometimes after doing Halasana, I feel a lot of rushing in my back. As long as it's not painful, then it's all good. We do get some kind of uncomfortable sensations after these poses, and that's okay. No pain. That's, yeah, we want to avoid pain. But discomfort, that's okay. Let's take an easy twist, taking the hands out to shoulder height, either extending the arms or bending at the elbows, palms face up. Let the knees come over to the right hand side and take 3 breaths here, looking up to the ceiling or away from the knees. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's take another one. Inhaling or 2. Exhaling. Inhaling, feeling the twist. Exhaling. Inhaling, bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug again, maybe rock here. And exhale, let the knees fall over to the left hand side. Let the arms extend or bend at the elbows and look away from the hands. Inhaling. Exhaling, sorry, the knees, not the hands. Inhaling. Exhaling, 2. Inhaling. Exhaling, 3. Inhaling. Exhaling, 4. Inhaling. And exhaling, 5. On an inhalation, bring those knees back into center. Give yourself a little hug, a little bit of a rock here. Take the feet, place the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Now here you can take a hold of the ankles, you can take the big toes, or you can take the outer edges of the feet. Coming into happy baby, our final position, or nearly final position of the evening. And we're going to just rock from side to side. Trying to draw the knees down into the armpits. That's the intention here. Taking a few more little rocks here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Like we're doing crow pose on our back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open the knees, bring the feet to the ground. Let those knees fall out and take the hands over the head. Try to hold your elbows here. If it doesn't feel comfortable with the arms overhead, bring the hands onto the inner thighs or by the sides of the body or on the stomach. Take a few breaths here in Supta Baddha Konasana. Opening those hips but opening the chest as well. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. For a lot of arm balances, even though we need a lot of upper body strength, we also need open hips. Inhaling. Exhaling. So much going on in yoga. Inhaling. Once you think you've got one thing, exhaling, another problem comes along. And that's the joy of it. There's always something to work on. Inhaling. Exhaling, last full breath. Inhale and exhale. Taking the feet as wide as the mat. Bring the hands down by the sides, palms face up. Try not to be touching anything with the limbs, space between the limbs. Don't touch the body. The chin is tucked and the neck is long. You can adjust the head if you want to, taking the hands underneath the head, lifting the head up, looking down to the bottom of the mat, and then just letting the head fall gently out of the hands down to the mat. Nice long neck. The hands come down to the floor. If you have any twinging in the back, please feel free to take constructed rest, bringing the feet to the mat, knees knocking in. And rest here for as long as you need to. Just allowing the Ujjayi breath to settle back into our natural breath, letting it go, letting your muscles relax and letting yourself download all the work that you have done this morning. Taking these last few moments of the class for yourself, for as long as you need, for as long as is appropriate. Thank you for joining me today, Anu. Namaste.